Yo, Myles lucky he ain't here.
Why?
Because I definitely wanted him to be here when we talked about Tyreek Hill breaking Juvenile's arm.
Because I'm going to completely spin that out of control. I want you to know that. Listen, the last time we said something about Juvenile, bro, that shit I accidentally caused mass hysteria. So what it was the headline read. Well, Myles read the headline as, basically, Juvenile kills mountain lion with bare hands. Exactly. I was like, oh, he was like, and then immediately after, the day after the date of this happens, it seemed like the very next day, Juvenile was just in Miami shooting a video. So I went, what the fuck kind of savage shit this nigga Juvie on, bro? So what happened was, at the time, we couldn't find any supporting sources. So naturally, I went to social media and was like, yo, bro, I just heard Juvenile killed a mountain lion with his bare hands and then filmed a video the next day. That's some savage shit. Found out what happened was when Myles came back next week, these motherfuckers wrote the article using wording that nobody would ever say. They go, man kills juvenile mountain lion. Who calls a fucking animal a juvenile? Like, I've never seen like a preteen kitten and been like juvenile. Like,
yeah, like what the. Right.
Yeah, it's just the wording don't. Nah, I gotta try to get Myles on the phone. That's nuts.
That's juvenile. Nah.
Like, who the fuck was that? I feel like, bro, you was just trying to get that word
Yeah.
out, bro.
Alright, so boom, we recording the podcast right now. We just wanted to check in with you and get your thoughts on the whole Tyreek Hill Juvenile situation.
Oh my God, y'all are not doing this.
It sounds like evidently Tyreek Hill hates Juvenile, and Juvenile don't give a fuck.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're doing it again.
Doing what again?
Oh my God. No more Juvenile.
Bro, listen, Juvenile's life is extremely interesting, and it's basically an M. Night Shyamalan flick. It's just several twists.
There are two things we will no longer be talking about on the show. It is Juvenile and the Pied Piper. Let's let it go. Let's do this.
I want to point out the actual Pied Piper did exactly what R. Kelly did.
Yes, he did. And I'm sorry that man is both a genius and an idiot at the same time.
Wait, the actual Pied Piper or R. Kelly's?
Both?
Yes, clearly.
Fair enough.
We'll go with it.
Oh, bro.
But nah, we just wanted to check in and get your thoughts on the,
So, let me tell you that this man, Tyreek Hill, is ruining his contract, which is the biggest contract for a wide receiver ever, because he doesn't like Juvenile.
Yep.
Apparently he broke Juvenile's arm.
Yikes.
Allegedly.
Can't we check Juvenile's Instagram or something?
I mean, if a nigga broke my arm, I wouldn't be posting.
Exactly. Like when was Juvenile's last post? I gotta let me do my research here. Juvenile's last post was 3 days ago.
That's because he ain't had an arm for two.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't even a post of him, actually. Like, he technically hasn't posted a picture of himself since the 7th of March. And it's a picture of him at Mardi Gras.
Oh boy. Tyreek Hill did do it.
Oh no, man. His arm got broken somehow. That's all I know.
That's so unfortunate, man.
Yeah, Juvie he just promoted a song with him and Birdman. That was his last post.
Why is he doing a song with Birdman?
Birdman, the hottest nigga in the street.
Not the hottest nigga in the street.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
gotta put some respect on his name, Myles.
Don't you dare say that. Man, don't you do that.
But nah, man. We just wanted to check in on you, know what I mean? I know you out here driving the boat.
I'm out here driving the boat. I'll catch y'all later, man.
But anyways, we're gonna go and get back to it. We were just chiming in.
No problem.
Alright.
Y'all know what it is. No polar pop.
Too late, I already got one. You had to get your Polar Pop slander off.
I did. Can't wait till can't leave without my slander.
Alright, well. We'll talk more about it next week.
No problem.
Alright, peace.
Peace.
Episode 51, No Static Podcast. I am your host, the Outchea clone. Coop is upstairs. However, Rudeboi has decided to join us again.
What up, though?
For episode 51. If y'all heard like a noise on episode 50, I don't know where it came from.
It was fucking Myles, y'all. God damn it was Myles. It was all Myles. It was Myles. He not even here to defend himself. It was Myles. Myles.
Shit, Myles.
God damn it, Myles. Myles had one of those goddamn dog whistles in his pocket. And evidently he's very porous. And it's just... We thought because we couldn't hear it because we're freaking human beings, you guys couldn't hear it, but evidently that was not the case.
Damn. Oh, update. Juvenile last post was a song that he's dropping with Birdman and NLE Chopper.
So, you said Juvenile, Birdman, and this nigga No Limit Eggs Chopper.
Mm-hmm. He about to come back, perform that with a broken arm. Kind of like what 2 Chainz did on that tour when he was in that wheelchair.
You gotta do what you gotta do out here, man.
Bro, I'm not mad at that. I'm mad that at this point Juvenile is doing anything with Birdman. Like, bro, no offense, bro. There's been plenty of rap beats where after it's over, whoever lose, take a little bit of rest, they come back. They usually actually get a hit. I've noticed. But we'll say for Ja Rule. No. Yes, he did. 50 kicked his ass. Right? He tried to release Clapback, which was actually a hard song. The beat was. But unfortunately, 50 was just whooping his ass everywhere he went. But think about it. Then he took like 2 years off. He came back and he dropped Wonderful and he dropped New York. And them 2 songs was hard as fuck.
I don't remember Wonderful.
I remember Wonderful.
Wonderful is the song with him, R. Kelly, and Ashanti.
I do not remember.
I do remember that.
Oh.
I feel like Kills has done it a couple times. Too.
R. Kelly don't count because at that moment in time, R. Kelly was still bulletproof.
No, I'm saying I feel like he's done that a couple times, so I don't even know what record that is.
Oh no, listen. If you a singer, it's completely different. It's actually better for you to go through some shit in the middle of your career.
I still don't remember that record.
I can. Good, if it wasn't for the money, cars, the clothes, the jewels, and all the things I've done,
that was your record.
I wonder.
That sure was hard. Okay.
Where's the love?
Damn, John. Shout out to John, man.
Yeah, but listen, I won't ever take away this from Ja Rule. Once upon a time, he really was a hitmaker.
He just,
50 just snatched the soul out of his career, and then he started doing legal festivals and shit. And then
he's an animal, man.
Then he got buff. Remember that? He came back. He came back jail swole without jail.
He did go to jail.
Nah. He got locked up.
Alright.
He got locked up. Difference.
Alright.
Yeah, bro.
He was behind bars,
Yeah.
Behind.
He wasn't able to leave wherever he was.
True.
I mean, if you want house arrest, you can say that same thing.
Yeah.
listen, bro. He wasn't like in Sing Sing, bro. Well, that's he wasn't on the island. He was in Iraq, bro. He was in Alcatraz, bro. Yeah, bro. Lil Kim went to jail.
You know what, man? I almost like feel bad for him.
Beanie Siegel went to jail.
Technically, Ja Rule did go to Alcatraz. He was with Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were in that movie together.
Ja Rule's in a movie.
Oh yeah,
Ja Rule's in movies.
several movies, and in several different movies, they tried to make him DMX's character from several other movies. That's what nobody noticed. Think about it, bro. Every movie Ja's in, he's basically playing one of DMX characters from any movie DMX was in.
And he turned down Fast and Furious.
Yep, dumbass. Somewhere right now, Luda is going to. Hand me another stack.
Damn. Yeah. Ooh, he fucked that.
Royally,
He
bro.
fucked that.
Yeah, royally, bro.
Damn, them checks about to come for a long time. Yeah,
No kidding. They like what on the 9th installment coming out next year?
Bro, listen, I have no idea why we still keep supporting these movies. They're not good.
Because they got fast cars.
Bro, listen, it's not even about cars no more. I saw a last one and then got powers.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I see that.
See?
Nah, that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too
I'm making that shit up, but it's just to say that this shit is going vastly out of control, bro.
But nah, low key looking at freaking The Rock and Jason Statham, you would think that they had like some kind of like.
It is, bro. When they fight, bro, they damn near take down the whole building with them, bro.
Exactly. They was in jail in the last one. And
Yeah,
they
bro.
was, like,
Exactly, bro.
tag teaming everybody.
Fighting me. Whoa.
Pause.
Phrasing.
But
Not that they were in jail tag teaming everybody. That's only one kind of tag team. it's the one where the person being tag team is unwilling.
so they were engaging in fisticuffs.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You can't say anything after jail that involves entering or exiting, and not get a phrasing flag. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. I went to jail and I walked out. They walked out that asshole. It just don't work, bro. You just gotta leave out the jail part, bro. Oh yeah, and I walked out the motherfucker. Went, oh, well, yeah, I got locked up. Oh, all right. Cool.
Hey, did y'all hear the Schoolboy Q joint?
Yup.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Schoolboy, man.
What y'all
They
think?
come back hard, man. I fuck with Schoolboy.
Schoolboy is another artist that I like very much and who very rarely ever misses.
Very, very true. Very, very true. I'm waiting on another album, man.
And that's
He hasn't let me down.
what I realized about Schoolboy Q is Schoolboy Q mastered that thing that I think Mac Miller probably did better than anybody else in his class. So I always tell people that Mac Miller has no bad projects. Like, zero.
He doesn't.
He, much like Drake, has projects that when you compare them to other things he's done, you may say, okay, I like this more than that. But he's got nothing bad, bro. He was just, honestly, bro, the dude was just actually really too talented.
That's what a lot of people say.
Let me ask y'all this before, because I don't want to get too far off Schoolboy Q, but I think we can all agree that the song was good. But do you think Mac is one of those artists, and we can throw Schoolboy Q in that conversation too? Do you think? Because I was thinking about this. A lot of artists usually what their best album is. Do you think that Mac and Schoolboy are a part of that league where it's always a debate between what their best album is?
Oh yeah, because I will say this. Niggas might look at me crazy or listen to this and frown and screw their face up, but that nigga really did deserve a award for Blank Face. Blank Face is incredible, bro. That shit is, it's hard as fuck, but it's deep. Like, it's the crazy part is the song with Kanye is the most radio friendly song on there, but the whole album has these layers and these things in it it just makes it complex. And that album, the sad part about it is, if Schoolboy Q drops that album 2003, he go diamond.
Yeah. I can agree with that because some of the features he even had on Blink Face was like you would think they would be mainstream songs, like a song with SZA, but that's not a song you would hear like on the radio.
Like, listen, bro, when he did that Tukey Nose too, bro, that shit hard as fuck to me. Even the video was hard, bro. Motherfucker, I'm gang bang. Yeah, bro.
And even the guest verses on that was like
His style is just so raw, man. Like it's just so like gritty and like in your face, but at the same time, like he can just, I don't know, man. Like he comes off like he's just like he jokes around a lot, but he's like he'll knock the shit out your ass at the same fucking time. And his music is like that too, man. That shit just, it's so like genuine.
This hurts me to say because this cat from the city, and Lord knows I'm a big fan of him. In my opinion, he's what Beanie Siegel would have been if Beanie would have really concentrated more on his craft and not gotten to so much shit.
Yeah, Beanie was in the streets too much.
Beans was way too far off in the street. And so because of that, Beans had a sound that nobody else could replicate. That's why State Property jumped. That's why everything he touched jumped off. Yeah. But, bro, one of the things I've noticed about rap music, you can live your rap, but there comes a certain point where you got to do that. You got to pull the hose, where you got to go, all right, bro, I ain't in the streets no more. I ain't in the streets no more, bro.
Especially if you get big rap checks.
Yeah, bro. Like bro,
bro.
Beanie Siegel was getting like that's what I told people, bro. Like, think about it.
Struggling.
He wasn't struggling, no, bro. Think about all the worst album he got went gold. The worst album he got, right?
And that was gold when records were selling. Mm-hmm. Like he was getting real money off of gold.
Then he dropped. Then State Property came out, right? State Property got 2 albums, right? Freeway got 3 albums. Young Guns got 2 albums. Both of them went platinum.
yeah,
Philadelphia Freeway and the Young Guns first joint went platinum. People love that first Young Guns album, bro.
That's great. Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No Better Love is on that shit, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
Baby. Yeah, that was that shit.
Chris and Neef was the shit. And the crazy part about it is, people don't even know Neef was the producer.
Wow.
Neef and actuality, Neef couldn't rap that well. That's why when you hear their songs with, Neef knew, he was like, bro, if I rap too long, bro, people get tired of hearing me. He's like, so what I got to do is make verses where I'm kind of like stretching words and things like that and not trying to rap above my ability. But I know I can come in here. I know I can mix down. I know I can make a track.
Yeah. I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah, that's so.
He used to say, Chris was like, bro, I don't know shit about arranging this all, bro. He was like, that's all Neef. He was like, bro, y'all be think I'm playing, bro. He's like, Neef a egghead. Both of them niggas was from North Philly, but yeah, bro, Schoolboy Q has that same thing that Ice Cube had, where the only difference is that he's more in a low key he might be the ghost face of their crew. After Method Man was clearly like, all right, nobody's got the presence, the swag, and the ability to rap that Method Man got in the Wu. Ghostface was unique because what he did was not rely on those things. He was like, that's meth shit. I can't be that. I can't do that. And so he never tried. And that's what I like about Schoolboy Q as it relates to like TDE, because each one of them has a new place. Nobody can do what J-Rock does. Nobody can do what Ab-Soul does. Nobody can do what Kendrick does. Yeah. Each one of them is unique, and they have the individuality as a collective.
Yeah, I can agree. I'm ready for that. They say like that's not like the full version of the song, but whenever that full version makes its rounds, I'm here for it.
Bro, you think I'm going? I really hope this Travis Scott rumor is not true about that song. I really don't want him on that song.
I just can't hear him on it.
I don't want to hear him on it. I don't, bro. I don't, because the fact of the matter is when I imagine like how he gonna come on the song, like that song is a hard ass song being rapped hard as fuck. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't want the auto tune on it, none of that shit, bro. Because Schoolboy Q got this way of rapping, bro. It make you think like he just down a whole 40 right before he rapped the verse, bro. His fucking voice be so, it's just grimy, bro. It's just a griminess that you just can't replicate, bro. And Travis is gonna ruin that for me.
Yeah, see, with the way he said two-door coupe at the beginning, it's like ain't no way you can tell. Like, you know, had to have some OE. Mm-hmm. That's definitely some OE delivery.
I'm telling you, bro. And he was not only that, but like I said, I still support what I said about Travis. Travis as a featured artist to me is very rarely a good idea because because you can tell he's a producer. When he makes a song and then he wants you as a feature, he puts you where he wants you on this thing he's constructed. Mm-hmm. He does not do well in things not of his creation being added to them.
Yeah, and there's a couple artists like that.
Like it's
I'm
one.
not say no names, but there's a couple artists.
There's only in my time. There's don't get me, and I'm sure there's more, but for right now, immediately off the top of my head, there's only one song I could think of that he was a feature on that he sounded a low key is the Scissor Joint.
True.
He got a record with.
And the song with Miguel was pretty.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Waves.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, at Skywalker, he did this thing on Skywalker.
Yeah. Everything else was kind of like, I don't know. Like the past few songs I've been hearing Travis featured in, I didn't really like that. Like hearing him on the Future album, I didn't really like the song. I just like when Travis. I prefer Travis as the primary artist.
Yeah.
When I hear him,
it is. It's. That's what I told you. I said with y'all. One of the things I had to learn and realize it was that I started noticing that about Kanye at first. At first, Kanye, because of the era he was in and he wanted to be a rapper, he could be featured and it would sound good. But after a while, when you started adding Kanye stuff, because he was so immersed in his own work, you could tell that it was very hard for him to break away from being in his own construct to be in yours.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning of his career, when he like them college dropout to like graduation days, you can put him on anything, bro.
Anything.
It's only like a select few that will work with. Like even that part kind of worked if you think about it. Like the Kanye verse on that. Yeah.
We all right. Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, and honestly, I got one gripe with that verse. I hate the way he ended the verse with the same verse words he came in with.
Oh yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong; they hard as fuck. They're still hard as fuck. But it's just one of them things.
Did y'all watch the Avengers trailer?
Yeah.
I saw half of it. I have to see it again. I have to see the whole thing.
Very, very interesting. What the hell was Thor gripping? Was that like the fucking blade? Was that like an axe or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. But,
Thor also has an axe.
Yeah, but I'm excited, man. When that shit come out, it's like April.
April 26th or the 25th for the real ones.
But can I ask y'all something, bro? Normally, like when Infinity War was coming out, we was hearing about that shit like a year in advance. Mm-hmm. We knew this movie was coming. But I feel like they just started randomly putting previews up like 2 days ago.
I mean, it's because they know people gonna show up.
I mean, they ain't even like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody been waiting on this shit. So
Oh, bro.
all they had to do was throw, like, they could have threw one out there and dropped the shit the next fucking week.
Oh, bro, listen.
Just like a Beyonce.
I'm about to say Marvel pulling the Drake, bro. Summer 19.
Straight up.
The beauty of it is that they ain't even show Thanos in none of the trailers, and they don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, we know we going to see it. Like, they can just stop right now. Like, we don't even need, like, another trailer, none of that. People already know what time it is, especially after that last one. So, while it is good to, see, it's just, like, it's not needed.
It's not.
Like, it's not one of the movies where, like, you got to see where, like, because one thing with Marvel and their trailers is, like, they'll have that trailer that kind of start off slow. Then you get the trailer that show the action. Like sometime after that, or maybe you'll get like one in between. But it's like with this one, it's kind of like it's not really much that needs to be said. Like it speaks for itself. Like I know for a fact that when the tickets gonna sell, like I'm copping.
Straight up. Straight up. I'm excited though, man. We'll
I wish it was like Jordan. I wish I could pre-order.
I don't know, man. I hope they don't do like some crazy ending like they did with Infinity War, man. Well, with the last jump. I ain't trying to like end that shit on like, oh well, next time episode, yeah. Like, God damn.
Yeah, this supposed to be like the end of a saga. Why was it
like,
cliffhanging still?
Bro, listen, Marvel about to milk all this bread, bro, and I don't blame them.
And I feel like they are.
Oh yeah,
I feel like they are.
As they should,
Let me tell you what the sad part about it is. If I was Marvel, bro, this shit is brilliant, bro. Listen, bro, listen. This is what you got to do. This is the formula. You just got to find a decent director. Solid acting, obviously, because it's a movie. But the easiest part about it is, bro, there is no script for you to write. Y'all got 20, 30, 40, 50 years of writing these books. All right, let's just tell this story.
And maybe put like a slight spin on it.
Well, what about all the people? You mean what they're going to say? You mean the stuff we wrote 30 years ago?
Right.
That all y'all got to do is fill in between? How hard is this, bro? Like, I realize now it's probably more difficult for them to find the right actor, actresses, right person for the role. Like, I can only imagine how hard it was, and I pretty much do understand why they probably gave up trying to come out with that Gambit movie. Like, nah, bro, that's a bad idea. That's a character that's too hard for you to try to find the right guy for that, bro.
Yeah, like people just have to lock in for like so long. Like, you got to think, man. Like Robert Downey Jr. How many movies that nigga been in?
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
low-key,
like, bro, I really think Robert Downey probably just be at home sometimes. Low key, just like Luda with the.
Right, like you have to lock in for like a crazy contract. Like,
Is it February? Are they ready to start filming? Sure.
Has he even been in anything
else besides Iron Man?
Nah,
He
I
has.
think it's been like
It's been Marvel movies. He's been Iron Man, and then
That's really it, right? He ain't really been in nothing else.
The Violinist with Jamie Foxx.
He was in that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One movie. All right.
Well, outside of that, bro, he probably was like, bro, he was like, well, Robert, we want you to do. Hey, I'm Iron Man. And I think that's great because at this point, I told people, I said they actually could not have picked a better person to be Iron Man.
Perfect.
Yeah. He's everything Tony Stark was. But I also realized that probably I would like one day where I do want to just see how much money he made off of these shits. Question: who y'all think made the most money off these Marvel movies?
Probably him.
It's got to be.
I mean, because he's been pretty much in. I'd say like 70 to 80% of the movies.
I was going to say it's between him, Scarlett Johansson, because she been in a lot of them.
She has to. Yeah, you're right.
Low key Stanley. He was probably charging out the ass for that cameo. Because he been in every single Marvel movie.
I'm gonna still go with Robert Downey.
And low key, I'm gonna throw Samuel Jackson in there. Low key, I take that back. It's probably Robert Downey, then Samuel Jackson,
Yeah.
then Scarlett Johansson. Because how many movies have we seen Nick Fury in?
Fun fact: I think Samuel L. Jackson does have the record for most films for one actor. I think he's been in the most films. Like,
I could believe that, bro. Like it's movies that I go back and watch now as an adult, and I didn't even realize he was in there, bro. Bro, I didn't even realize he was in was it Casino or Goodfellas? It's one of them.
It had to be Casino. I don't think he was in Goodfellas. I've seen Goodfellas like 17 times. I don't think he was in Goodfellas. I don't know.
I low key. Not only do I think is he in Goodfellas, I think Pesci murders him in his room.
Now you're gonna make me go and watch that shit.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is, man. I wouldn't mind going and watching that shit. Yeah, that might be the movie.
I'm gonna look it up and see.
Ray Liotta back in the day was the shit. He was one of those people where he had this incredible ability to display being angry suddenly. His rage would just fly, bro. And his wife cracked me up in that movie.
Oh, he was in Goodfellas.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Damn, DJ.
he was in Good. Yep. Because I don't see him in Casino. But yeah, man.
Okay.
I would go out. Because the first Iron Man movie was 2008, I think.
Yeah, 8 or 7, 1, 2. Yeah. It's a minute.
Yeah.
You be getting money for a minute.
Been out here for real.
If he get royalties, man, oh my god. I hope he get.
Bruh, he been getting money since they still sold DVDs.
I'm telling you.
Like, yeah.
He might retire after this.
Bro, like, why not?
Okay, him and freaking because
And shout out him because he did a bid.
I think Chris Evans is his last like movie is being Captain America. So
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You don't think? You don't
No,
think?
it's not going to be.
You think Cap returning?
Of course, right? Listen, this is what they're going to do. And in Civil War, the way it actually happened, Cap is supposed to die at the end of that. Because what happens is Cap finally surrenders. They take him up the steps in the courthouse, and they Kennedy Cap on the steps, right? What happens is much similar to how when they killed Brian on Family Guy. That reaction happened about Captain America.
I do remember that too.
Yes. They killed Brian on Family Guy. There was this this real huge outrage about that. And something I was like, all right, motherfuckers, damn. And wrote him back into the show. They killed Cap, right? And when they killed Cap, there was such an outrage that they murdered Captain America. Why? I don't fucking know. But it was that luckily Marvel wrote a story a long time ago to fix these kind of things. And basically what they did was just go, oh, okay, well, that's not the real Cap. He's not dead. It was a Skrull the whole time. well, yeah, and now if you've all seen Captain Marvel, now you get the whole Skrull thing.
Yeah.
And so they can just show up and pretend to be, and that was the whole thing. They were trying to like slowly, essentially infiltrate the Earth by disguising themselves as heroes while the heroes are either away or pulled away on some faraway mission. And so everybody thinks that this is that hero, but it's not. But yeah, bro, then Cap was supposed to get. he was supposed to get that threats, man. Exactly. Bro, the sad part about it is like, because when they draw it out in the comics, bro, because you know, like in comics, they always got to show like the white line showing like the bullet came from here and shit, bro.
Yeah.
What's making it so funny, bro? He go down, bro, like with the Yami, and they like drew like this girl like horrified in the background. It's hilarious. Then they brought him back like a month later, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What in the world, bro? Just let him die, bro. Just let him die, bro." It's just, I had this thing about Captain America, y'all. I'm sorry. I hate the fact they keep calling this nigga that basically does ultimate fucking frisbee to help save the fucking world every time with motherfuckers that got real powers, bro. This motherfucker is like a high school quarterback they just gave roids to, and now he's got a frisbee that's indestructible, and he just out there playing. Like, bro, that's just so annoying to me, bro. Like, they fought Ultron. They fought a fucking impossible, indestructible robot, bro. Captain America, Iron Man is there. Cool. Hulk's there. Cool. All these other motherfuckers with superpowers, super speed, with lasers shooting out their eyes. All right. Then this nigga comes in with his fucking frisbee, right? And he like dead, and to make it worse, bro, he like dead serious, like in the middle of the fight, bro. He in there in the chops, bro. and to make it worse, and telling niggas what to do.
You know what's crazy about that though? Well, Captain America technically was on the football team because he was in Not Another Teen movie.
He was.
If y'all know if y'all remember that.
I do remember that.
That was like,
damn, bro.
That was a minute ago, bro.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Who would have thought that would be Captain America?
Bro, listen. The sad part about it is he can't escape Marvel. Marvel been playing him a long time, bro. Because first he was Johnny Storm in the Jessica Alba joint.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Damn, he was.
Yeah, bro. They just made him say, John. Hey, bro. Hey, we made that awful Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan. Thank God it didn't ruin his career. But that shit was awful, bro. fucking affirmative action Fantastic Four. I hated that shit so much. I was so mad they made that shit that way, bro.
Crazy.
I ain't even see it because I heard how bad it was.
Listen,
You
bro.
don't need to see it.
Movies that I'm putting in the this is the worst shit ever, and I'm only showing this to somebody if it's somebody I hate bucket. Multicultural Fantastic Four. Sure. Fucking oh my god, what the fuck is it called? Bro, I was just thinking about that shit. That first Hulk movie.
Which one?
The one not with the dude that they got now. Not the cool one where he was fighting the other big.
Talking about Eric Bana Hulk?
Hmm?
Eric Bana Hulk, when it was not the one in 2008, but the one before that, the 03 one that was just called Hulk. Okay.
Yes, bro. He had to fight the absorbing man who got touched and all of a sudden that motherfucker would just be in like, no, bro, what the fuck? Like, nah. Awful.
I don't know why I liked that when I was 10.
Whatchamacallit? As much as I don't care who the fuck says it, bro. That fucking Godzilla movie with Matthew Broderick, fucking hated that shit.
Most Godzilla movies are whack though.
Not the one with Bryan Cranston. The most recent one, bro. Nah, bro, that shit was hard.
It was alright.
It was, but see, this is why, bro. In them old Godzilla movies, bro, in the OG Godzilla movie, it's about Godzilla. He show up, people is terrified. Why? Because ain't shit they can do. This shit is fucked up for them. But Godzilla show up, he start fucking some other shit. Another monster show up. Godzilla's like, hey, bro, I got something going on over here. You need to go find your own people to terrorize. And the monster's like, fuck that, Godzilla, I got wings. And Godzilla's like, okay, motherfucker, you didn't hear me. And then all of a sudden the monster fight starts, and all of a sudden you start cheering for this motherfucker that as soon as he's done, it's gonna kill everybody. The new Godzilla was about Godzilla. Though Bryan Cranston is in that shit, bro. But this is what I thought was so funny about it. When I first saw that they were doing Godzilla, and I saw him, and I was like, all right, Breaking Bad. I was like, which is weird because that's still the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, and I always can't get past that.
Yeah, I feel you.
But the movie starts, bro. The movie's 2 hours. He died in the first 30. The movie's not about him at all. He's pivotal for you to get to a point of why Godzilla's around. But once they establish, all right, Godzilla's here, they're like, all right, Brian, thanks. Well, don't you need me to? Hey, Brian, we gave you a couple minutes. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You not see this shit is about to giant fire you fucking T-Rex that's destroying everything, bro?
Yeah, not to get too much on a tangent. One more thing about Marvel, they did reinstate James Gunn for Guardians 3.
Of course they did.
Shout out to that, but
I didn't understand why they got rid of him.
Cause I guess something he said.
Old tweets?
Yeah.
The only reason why I understand why people get mad at people about tweets is because, Fitzgerald, you typed that shit. Like, it's not like you was drunk or something and you just, in the heat of the moment, just said something because you felt it right then and there. No, bro. You gave it some thought and you went, you know what, bro? Fuck blondes. Like, you just said that shit.
How long ago was that shit?
But that's what
It's been a minute,
I've noticed
man.
on any scenarios where whenever they go and like recover somebody's tweets or some shit, bro, that shit is it's never a tweet from like 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago. It's always like, all right, this person's 37 now. This tweet is from when they were 11.
Right.
This is
What happened to growth?
like,
Nigga can't grow up.
no, not in the court of public opinion. Don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up, bro.
Peter Pan yourself.
Exactly,
forever.
bro. Look at Michael Jackson now, bro. Grow up if you want to.
Also, prayers for Alex Trebek. I meant to mention that last week.
Yes, man.
That's,
Boy, I always got that
Damn, Alex.
stage 4. Bro, y'all don't understand, bro. Ask my girl, bro. I still watch Jeopardy. Like Loki, bro. I hate the fact that that's like if you from the hood, bro, that's the universal measuring stick of your intelligence, bro. You turn on Jeopardy with your grandma, and the more questions you get right, all of a sudden everybody in the room start going, okay, you smart. Okay, all right, your smart ass better have a job tomorrow too.
Right.
Like,
and then they get to like a $2,000 question. I bet you don't know that.
Exactly, bro. Listen, you ever answer a couple questions on Jeopardy, watching it with your folk or something, bro, and they all start looking at you. Oh, you don't know that one? Okay.
Hey, they hit you. I don't know that. They'll just be like,
smart motherfucker.
I thought you was supposed to be an AB honor roll student.
Right.
They start pointing out all your accolades and stuff.
Exactly. And so, all right, ask you about shit you got going on right now. Is that homework done? Huh? Don't you got a test tomorrow? You need to be studying that shit. They just mad at you for what Jeopardy for. They don't know no answers.
Yeah, man. But shoot, what we want to get to next? All right, quick question. Do you like when y'all be at restaurants? Do y'all like ever straighten the table for the waitress or waiter?
Listen to me very closely. I'm with someone who is addicted to doing that.
What you mean straight to table?
Like, kind of fix it up for
No,
them,
but
they
listen,
ain't
You
gotta,
know before
like,
you leave?
yeah.
Bro, listen.
I do, but I used to be a server, so that's different.
No, man, listen. Y'all don't understand. I go places where I'll go out and eat with my and y'all can't feel her looking at me. Y'all can't see her looking at me, but y'all can probably feel it. We go out, right? And not I don't like not tip or anything like that, bro. And this used to be weird, bro. Not only does she like clean up the table, my girl goes and stacks everything, size order, together, then moves it all the way over to the edge of the table so as not to make too much effort for this person who has to come and get it, right? And we can't leave till she do this shit.
Wow.
Every time. at every restaurant.
Oh man.
Bro, this shit is amazing. Bro, listen, y'all don't understand, bro. Half the time we go out to eat, bro, I just want to bring her some like Mega Blocks or something like that, bro.
Oh man.
Because I know she just want to build a fort. She just want to build a fort out of dishes.
Oh man.
She don't. No. But what it is my girl when we go out is extremely congenial. And because she's extremely congenial, like the first time she did it, bro, because I hate the fact that I'm such a nigga from up north. It's like, no, I'm paying for this shit. Fuck that, I'm leaving this shit all over. If I want to leave this plate in the goddamn seat, you clean it up. And like, I remember one time I got up to like leave after I was like done and shit like that. I turn around, she's still at the table with the like, you think I'm playing? She take all the baked plates, she make a base. Then size order the plates up. So if you got like a plate that your main dish was on, right? Then like a saucer that had like a salad, bruh. You think I'm playing? And I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact of the matter is, usually when she done, it looked like dirty dish art.
Wait. So hold on. She
It's
straightens
beautiful.
it by the sauce? She straightens it by the sauce?
No, she straightens it by size. So okay, this is what she do. Like,
I be
so,
doing that sometimes. I ain't even gonna flex.
bruh, listen,
Not like every time.
bruh,
That's definitely some old
every.
I used to be a server though, so that shit is kind of like in my head.
Okay,
I was a server for like a couple years.
Being that you were a server, do you think? Because the reason I asked this is because I was seeing people that didn't exactly like the idea of people like straightening up the table for some odd reason. because I was.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how bad it was.
A little better.
The first time I saw her, I was just like, "Oh damn, bro, my girl was savage. She about to clean this shit up just so she ain't got to give a tip. God damn, baby." And so, so then after she did this shit, she was like, "How much are you leaving her in tip?" And I was like, "Okay, cool. She just want to be, you know, that's just the way she is." And I really thought it was like one of those like occasional things she would do. Y'all think I'm playing, bro? I love my girl to death. We've been together a minute now. Every time we go out, listen, time zones don't change it, bro. Being in different states, we could go to the same restaurant in a different city, bro. It's the same, bro. If we sit down and eat, bro, and the food is out there on place, bro, once we done, bro, that shit will be neatly and organized.
If I see they like the restaurant has like bus boys, nah, fuck that shit. I'm not about to do that shit. That's literally what they get paid for. But if it's like waiters and like waitresses and they ain't got nobody clean it up, I might, just because I used to do that, bro. And if like somebody does that and that's less work that you got to do, then you can move quicker and you can make more money.
No, I'm with that.
But if they got bus boys,
no, listen, I'm totally with that. I'm totally with that, bro.
But I didn't expect people to think like that.
Oh, bro, listen. We went to a hibachi recently, and when we got done eating, I know she was fighting the urge to go get everybody plate. I know she was. I'm loving it up, but I know she was fighting the urge to get everybody plate, stack them plates, and have one waiting for the lady at the end of the table.
I know that. I mean, if you give me some good service, I got you. But if you suck, nah, nigga, clean that shit up.
Oh no, bro, it's not about the waiter for her. It's not about the waitress for my bed. She do that. She do this shit because that's her shit. Bro, listen, I done seen like people who, what she done? Don't worry about it, bro. That's her thing, don't. Bro, you think I'm playing, bro? One time I tried to something she had stacked, bro. I just moved that shit back out of the way, bro. The motherfucker gave me a look I will never forget, bro. You just do exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. She looked like she had the llama then.
just feel it staring into your soul. Right? Mm-hmm. Speaking of restaurants, they actually have the there's like a burger flipping robot.
Oh my goodness.
Low key, bro. That shit would make me angry.
Like a whole robot, or is it like an arm, like a machine,
like an actual like robot,
like a humanoid?
I feel like that's a waste of a whole robot. Why would you just want to flip a burger? It could be doing so many other things. I feel like you could just make an arm and just flip.
Well, let me tell you what he could do. I would say this. I don't think he should be flipping the burgers, but I'm not gonna lie to you. He could fucking work the drive-thru way better than the motherfuckers do now. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just so jaded from drive.
He could fix the goddamn ice cream machine.
Yes, bro. Fix the damn ice
McDonald's
cream
is like
machine.
the first place that needs it, like hands down. But the minute you go to McDonald's, it's always.
Let me tell you what the sad part about it is. I think they would make that shit, bro, and then they would try that shit out at Chick-fil-A. And the shit Chick-fil-A like, nah, bro, we got this shit. Trust me, we got this shit.
The robot's slowing us down,
bro. Listen, exactly. Listen, you think I'm playing, bro? One of my homegirls that I work with now just started working at a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, bro, she talked about that shit like it was boot camp. And she was just like, I came in there to close, bro. She was like, and they was not joking with me. They was just like, hey, this is what you're going to be doing. This is the speed we move at. Go. Bro, in the morning, I'll bring my lady to work, bro. Yeah. And she'll want to go to Chick-fil-A, bro. I have every bit of confidence, bro. No matter how long that line is, bro, 90 seconds. Without fail, bro. 90 fucking seconds, bro. We've been in the Chick-fil-A line, right? And I've learned to just not doubt them. Don't doubt, bro. That line be all the way out in the street, bro. And by the time you get through the intro of this album, bro, you will have your food and be on your way, bro. Chick-fil-A is not fucking around, bro. They is not, bro. Like, low key, bro. I know this sounds stupid, bro. If I worked at Chick-fil-A, bro, I would start robbing banks. Like, bro, their timing is impeccable, bro. I'm pretty sure, like, we could probably have a race between like SEAL Team 6 and like a Chick-fil-A staff.
Oh man,
to like capture a target, bro. And low key, bro, I'm betting on that Chick-fil-A staff, bro. I'm not even gonna get them weapons.
Can't even be mad at that. Mm-hmm. Goddamn.
Yeah, bro. Actually, now that I'm doing my research, the robot actually got fired like 6 days later, but then they rehired him like 2 months later. So I don't know the deal with that. I just know
robot, though?
I mean,
honestly, and let me tell you what I think. I think that's how everything you ever seen in Terminator or in the Matrix jump off. A robot gets a job. A human tries to fire that robot. That robot immediately goes, "Motherfucker, what?" and then the rise of the machine happened. Like, I think literally, I told my friend this the other day. I was like, bro, what if we found out that the way that shit in Terminator jumped off was just because like one robot got treated like a black person at work, and after that was just like, oh fuck this. Exactly. Me, CB4, and 88HG, we gonna get together and we gonna fix this shit. Y'all got us fucked up, bro. Y'all got us fucked up, bro. Exactly. On my mainframe, y'all got me fucked up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, that's exactly what I imagine happening, bro.
That shit is wild. Though. Like, what do you do? Like, if it's like, who do you call? Because obviously you gotta like call somebody. Like, yo, the robot's not, it's not working out. Can you come pick this shit up? Like, I don't know what to do with it.
Like, bro,
robot gonna be fighting trying to get it.
Like, I don't know what to do with this shit. Like,
hello, sir. Yeah, I want to fire HJ4. Why? What you mean? Why, bro? What you mean? It's a video of him choking a customer, and literally he's just an arm. What you mean? We got to let him go. Have you talked to HR about that? You want me to talk to HR about firing a claw?
Yeah,
bro.
That's the only way it's gonna go successfully,
bro. This is gonna happen, bro. I'm about to go say I'm on a bathroom break, bro, and I'm gonna just rip his batteries out, bro. Y'all can come do what y'all need to do. I'm just rip his batteries. It was always he charges up. Well, then my phone will be on that charger when y'all get here. He will be in the dumpster, but my phone, don't touch my phone either, bro. My girl gonna be calling.
That shit is wild, though, bro. Like, I'm just thinking, like, does that shit work the whole shift? Like, what does it do after the shift? Like, does it stay at the restaurant? They take that shit home?
does it clock out on its own?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused.
Does it clean? And more importantly, does it clean itself?
Oh, it cleans.
Right. Like, bro, there's certain things, bro. Don't get me wrong. I know we gonna move into an age of technology where Androids and AI does a lot for it. Yeah. I feel bad because I think it will eliminate the entire lower and middle class. One or two things happen. Either it will eliminate them, or eventually our technology will get to a point where money becomes obsolete. And I'm hoping for that latter before that former.
That brings me back to that whole like sex robot thing.
That's weird.
Too much going on.
Bro, let me tell you what my biggest fear about the sex robot is, bro. What if you get a sex robot, right? And you go, after being with the sex robot, you go, you know what, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This shit is a lot easier than bitches. than actual bitches. That's my biggest fear, bro. That people start rolling around with sex robots and they become more and more and more and more lifelike. And I can't deal with that, bro. Like, no offense, bro. Think about what we go through now as guys with girls who were guys that had sex changes. All right, it's been a couple of times we've all had this moment where you go, "That's a dude." Bro, I'm glad you told me that shit, bro. Jesus Christ, I'm glad you told me that shit, bro. Because the other way, bro. But what you can't do, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't want to run into a woman and see like a you admire in a way that men admire women, and all of a sudden the nigga come go, "Hey, bro, all that shit fake." What you mean everything? What the titties and the asses? She got a Dr. Miami, my nigga. She got a Dr. Frankenstein. What you mean, bro? I don't get what you mean. Like, bro. Like when I say she had work done, bro. Like, I mean by like an engineer. Right. Bro, I'm not kidding you. Okay, bro. See how she just came out that shop, bro. See how this girl just came out the shop getting her hair done? See how she just came out this shop, bro, with the Lexus in it? I'm like, bro, that would freak you. Bro, that would freak me out, bro.
Shit. I mean, without even all of that, like, bro, what's stopping that shit from, fucking up your shit while you inside that shit? Some wild shit, bro. Shit fucking clamp on your shit. It's a fucking robot, bro.
Like, what if they get like...
Hell no.
Yeah, because it's programming. Like, what if it develop an errand as a routine, and that shit just make it like violently possessive of you?
That's one thing. That was another thing.
It's going to be because they going, bro. Because let me tell you what it is, bro. I don't know why motherfuckers don't watch movies before they create some shit and put it in the world, bro. Like before I ever try to like make superhumans, bro. I'd have watched every zombie movie where people try to make superhumans, and what happened? I'm like, all right, nope, nope,
bad idea,
nope, bro. That's why I truly believe, bro. We like another like 50 to 100 years away from discovering a cure for cancer. Cause Loki, bro.
They got a cure.
They probably do have a cure, bro. But somebody, Loki, and I know this sounds weird to say this, somebody up there was like, yo, bro, it's 2 reasons why I can't let this shit go. Number 1, bro, I'm not giving up and missing out on all this paper that I get from charging motherfuckers for treating cancer. Number 2, bro, I can't trust y'all, bro. Some of y'all gotta die.
Damn.
No, bro, that's what I told people. Bro, listen, I think what happened is over time, especially because of how we've become as human beings, if you've noticed, this is the biggest time in my lifetime to which people are more upset and more sensitive, and because they are more upset and more sensitive, crimes tend to be outliers. You are either extremely tolerant in this day and age, and you are more pacifist than anything, or passive aggressive, or you are just an outright stain on humanity, bro. And you do something so off the chain violent that it's like that people that the vast majority automatically shuns you. Yep. Like it's crazy now, bro. And the reason I bring that up is because what I truly believe is that once upon a time, I think that our Creator just kind of, whenever like he was like, all right, too many of y'all, we would just have like a vicious ass war. We would have a vicious ass war and a bunch of men would die, which would definitely stalwart the birthing rate. And then we would just kind of go back from there, bro. Now what happens is, bro, all right, check this out, bro. I'm gonna give a whole half of y'all cancer. I'm gonna give a whole half of y'all heart disease and diabetes. So whoever I don't get now, I'll get later.
Do y'all believe that Kodak knocked out Sticky Fingers from Onyx?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of stories about Sticky Fingers. Like
involving him getting knocked out.
There's some stories about him knocking things.
There's some stories about him that, don't get me wrong, they was Onyx. Back in the day, once upon a time, them niggas was gangsters. It was rowdy as fuck. Well, I don't want to call them gangsters once they was the niggas who came to the club just to fight.
Yeah. But then again, he is older. Kodak's a lot younger.
Not only that, bro, I'm gonna say something, bro. I'm gonna say some real shit and niggas ain't going like, bro. Fredro Starr, hard ass rap name, number 1. Hard ass rap name. Give him props for that. But it won't ever change the fact that nigga's Q from Alicia to me. And because of that, bro, and bro, I don't know if y'all remember, he was also a host on Dance 360. Him and Kim.
I remember that.
I remember it. That's right.
Not a good look.
Like, not a good look, bro, because it was him and Kel talking about some damn tag your man. Tag your man.
You can't be a gangster rapper and then host a dance show. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that.
Now that all that is set up, right? Not only that, but I also think I'll never forget that Breakfast Club interview. Charlamagne was giving it to that. And when the reason why, bro, I respect Charlamagne for being like, hey, bro, listen, I feel where you coming from, bro, but why you mad at me? Because I'm just kept talking about some shit that you said. You said it, bro. He's like, bro, you said it. What you mad at me for?
Bro, it's hurt.
Man, I didn't like the way he broke that shit up.
Bro, you said it. What I'm talking about.
What was I supposed to do? Give you a sign, yo, bro. I'm about to bring that shit up. In 5, 4,
Like,
3,
yeah, you said it,
2, 1. What the fuck is up with? Nah, bro. It's like, no, bro. And not only that, bro. Listen, I don't assume anything. I don't assume that like anybody that's in front of me, I'm just automatically gonna kick their ass. But I'm putting my money on me against Fredro Starr. So if you hear this, it's whatever, nigga. Whatever, nigga. Mm-hmm. Tag your man. That's you, Fredro. Did you just say you can hear him on the...
What year was this?
It don't even happen. It happened.
And it's probably like 2003, 2004. So we in a very odd place in fashion.
You know what I mean?
Bro, I've been mad. Bro, you see me, bro? Bro, I'm hard chubby, I'm biggest fuck, bro. Don't ask me. Get the fuck out my face, bro. I'm mad. Whoa, the fuck is Echo?
Echo Unlimited.
Hey, Echo used to be flame.
For real.
I'm not knocking that. I'm not knowing this
I
Echo.
had a lot of Echo shit.
Bruh, we all had a lot of Echo shit, bro. Listen, real rap, bro. Mark Echo is one of those white people in hip hop culture that we all widely accepted, bro.
Yep.
Easily, bro. Mark Echo to me still the nigga. People still buy Echo. Now, with that being said, I do think it's hilarious that shit was a prize.
$360.
I think this game. So basically, we're gonna give you a part-timer's paycheck and a velour suit. Good luck.
And an Xbox.
And an Xbox.
One controller. B.
One controller B, and I'm like, not a 360, Xbox. Even though this is Dance 360, we gonna give you a regular fucking Xbox, bro.
And it's gonna come with the Sega GT chipset.
Exactly. Hope you enjoy Halo 1. Hope you enjoy Halo Combat Evolved.
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't think they even throwing Halo in there. I think they was on a tight budget.
Yeah, bro. Also, shout out to first Halo because that was the best pistol ever. The shit with the zoom. That's the work niggas with that shit. All right. That being said, yeah, Fredro, that's you. I mean, that's you, bro. And not only that, bro, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There's something I'm pretty sure that everybody agree with if they ever seen you, bro. You ain't never been able to dress, my nigga. Low-key, that shit is offensive to me as a rapper.
Ouch.
It's true, bro. You one of the worst dressed rappers, bro.
Ouch.
Number one, bro, you 165 pounds. You wear everything 4X. Then you kept doing that. Then you kept doing that shit after that shit clearly wasn't cool no more, bro. So now in this day and age where shit is fitted and kind of a little bit slimmer and closer to the body, bro, you look fucking homeless, bro. You look hip hop fucking homeless, bro. And that's real, bro. You do, bro. Listen, bro, you the kind of nigga, bro. You the kind of nigga that comes someplace, bro, what nothing but cash in this day and age, like all cash in your pocket, bro, like hella singles, 10s, 5s. And still, bro, you still wear headbands with your outfits, bro.
And don't even have a wallet. Just be pulling out
bro.
a bunch
like,
of cash.
yeah, bro. You still got a headband. You still wear headbands with your outfits, bro.
Hell nah.
You the kind of nigga that still.
You got the armband?
Oh yeah, bro. He got a headband that's cocked, right? the wristbands, right? Even though this thing's not wearing nothing athletic, then one like big ass fucking Carolina blue like velour suit, because everybody got at least accidentally one Carolina blue fucking velour suit, right? Whether you got the Sean John one, or you got the Echo joint, or you got a Pelly, you got one, right? And to make it worse, my nigga, and of course that nigga got on Air Force Ones.
Classic.
Fucking Fredo. Sorry, bro. I used to watch back in the day when Moesha was out. I was like, bro, how did Brandy? How did this nigga get Brandy, bro? Like,
It's a headband, bro.
shout out Brandy too, because as you got older, you got finer somehow. That's just crazy to me.
Shout out, Brandy.
For real.
Don't shout out that hit and run though. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Brandy. I can't let you let that shit down, bro. I can't let that shit go, bro. Nobody, everybody acting like that shit never happened.
Yeah. Speaking of people who ain't dancing, do we want to get into this Jay Prince response?
Oh, bro, I was about to say, when you talking about people that had dancing years, I thought you was about to bring up something about Michael Jackson, but go ahead.
People that ain't dancing.
Oh, bro, listen. Jay Prince, listen. Jay Prince, whenever you saw a video with Jay Prince in it, he never danced, bro. His job was to beat Jay Prince in your video.
Right? Man, look, I told people to stop playing with that man.
Bro,
I don't know what's wrong with these young niggas, but they gonna learn.
Well, they actually they got a couple of them. Like they locked
Yeah, I
up.
saw like
Bro,
boys
what we tell you
camp
what I think
or
happened, bro?
Yeah.
I think some niggas was like, yo, bro, go turn yourself in right now. Bro, why? What do you mean, why? Because if you in jail, he'll leave you alone. Now, go to jail, see you in 3, tell your fucking friends.
And you better hope that he ain't got like kind of like how they be having on Power when they get you from the inside.
True.
Better hope it ain't nothing like that. Because I'm pretty sure Jay Prince knows some people in some high places.
Pretty sure it does, man. I'm pretty sure those guys ain't safe nowhere. But hey man, you playing with fire, bro. You bound to get burned. They're doing that fuck shit.
It's crazy. He came right back and tagged the same people in the next post too. Everybody was like, "Nah, this ain't the way to do it." He my son responded. A couple people responded. It was just like, nah. See, you could have like hit me personally. You didn't have to make a post doing all this, that, and the third.
Bruh.
And
My son. My nigga. You a phenomenal rapper. Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't understand why y'all niggas don't understand. Bro, listen, y'all don't think it's interesting that out of all the people, certain people was just like, all right. Like, that's why I don't get that about y'all niggas, bro. Y'all will attribute the most, this newer generation, y'all will attribute the most super thug shit to nothing. Right? Then when somebody come on the scene and we like, hey, bro, y'all need to cool the fuck out, bro. Y'all need to so not even cats that's like mad older. Cats that's just a little bit older than you, bro. It's like, yo, bro,
That's not the one.
Listen, bro. You from late 90s. We from 80s, early 90s. Don't do this shit, bro.
did you see the post
not
that
the
my
one,
son
bro.
put up that we said?
No, what did my son say?
Dramatic reading time.
Nice. ASMR break.
ASMR break.
This is your ASMR break.
Break.
Yeah, viewers, do y'all hate us for this?
All right. My son said, first of all, I want to state that I don't condone this type of juvenile behavior. Neither I nor anyone affiliated with me conducts themselves in this manner. With that being said, I respect Jay Prince for what you have done for the culture and the way you have been A1 from day one, but I myself have conducted myself in a manner which demands a certain level of respect and consideration, and the message you relayed on your Instagram post was inappropriate. Had you or mutual friends or acquaintances of ours reached out to me through DM or phone, I would have seen fit to reach out to anyone needed to right this wrong on the premise of mutual respect and admiration. But as a result of this message, I have cowards on my page telling me I better get that chain back, etc. The way your message was delivered can be interpreted as more of a threat than a call out to allies to resolve a potential catastrophic situation. These are kids who are not in my direct circle, and your message puts me and what I represent in jeopardy. I want to believe that you meant it in all love and respect, King. But unfortunately, social media was not the correct place to seek a solution to this problem. But on the contrary, it may have been done more harm. Please, King, utilize your DM or use our mutual friends to connect with me. And let's connect and attempt to unite and fix all miscommunication. Respectfully, my son.
All right, so check this out, bro. Shout out to you because clearly somebody was like, "Hey, bro, choose your words very carefully if you want to do this shit, bro."
Well worded.
Because you know, bro, and that's what I'm talking about, bro. Listen, and for all of y'all, bro, who don't pay attention to situations, bro, pay attention to things, bro. Listen, bro, these motherfuckers they be super shoot 'em up brothers 3000 in their rhymes, bro. Super, bro. There's bullet showers. But let me explain something to you, bro. It's a couple cats out here, and I've been trying to tell people, bro, you don't assume nothing about nobody, bro. Because we just heard that whole explanation, right? And let me tell you what I heard. What I heard was, not and I'm not disrespecting my son when I say this, what I heard was, hey, bro, check this out. Could you have, like, you know, just maybe called me or just, you know what I mean? Just a carrier pigeon, sent the nigga telegram. You know, just you know, something on the left. Because I think I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying in the sense of like, yo, bro, no offense, bro. Your reputation doesn't allow us to not seem like we kind of getting run when you say that. Now, respectfully. I feel like the whole time. Put it in the end. I feel like he was typing them joints and going.
That was the ending. Respectful.
Like, hey, now listen, you know, one, bro, listen, you the shit.
He put his phone down like,
now check me out. Now check me out. Before you make calls. Bro. I respect that by everything you ever did in life. Fuck it. I feel my nigga, the first word, first steps, all of that, my nigga. I remember when the first two came in and you lost that bitch. My nigga, congrats, my nigga. Nobody lost a tooth like that. Now, with that being said, bro, because I understand where you're coming from. The fact of the matter is, bro, it's one thing when you see me and y'all just on equal footing and it's like, man, I just beat this nigga the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. It's another thing where it's, and I understand where you go, you know what, bro? I'm just not going to roll the dice with my life today. And that's what you saw happen with myself. Listen, bro, check this out. Could you just holler at me, bro? Listen, I respect you. Respect, right? It's all about respect, right? All right, cool. Because I respect you, and I just think it would be cool if you just respected me back.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You know. Now, just in case you don't respect me back, I still respect you. I still respect you. And I would just appreciate, you know, if you could have just, you know, not on here.
I feel you and respect to both of them, but I feel like, man, if you my son, you gotta hit him in the DM, or you kind of gotta approach him the way that you said he should.
To approach you exactly.
Yeah, you put that right back on Front Street, like where it came from.
And it's like, bro, Jay Prince ain't the type of nigga that you match energy with energy. Like, you can do that with some niggas, but you don't do that with him unless you that type of nigga. And it's like,
Hocus responded like that too. He responded a little more aggressive.
Who did?
Hocus.
Exactly. But
that's a rap nigga named Hocus?
But it's just like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, even wording it like that, like, you can tell, like, he know who he talking to.
Yeah, you can.
You gotta be like, let me just hit this nigga in his DMs. Because now that shit just, you just leave it open for, like, interpretation.
Yo, Uncle Jay.
Because if you hit him in the DM, that shit feel different. But now you put that shit on Front Street.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, bro, he like an OG to your OG, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a nigga you. It's just different respect for different types of people, man. Jay Prince, you show him the type of respect you would show like a Jay-Z, bro. Like, you gotta some shit you just gonna have to eat.
Bro, I told you,
bro. Have to eat that
I
shit.
Remember the moment, like, as big of a fan of Hov as I am, I remember that moment where I was just like, oh shit, yeah, bro, you can't be, be playing with that nigga, bro. I'm like, and then, bro, listen, no offense, bro. As much as I hate to say, bro, it was the Cameron situation. I remember, bro, because I was still in school at the time. They was like, oh, Cameron went to Howard. Then they were like, yo, they just shot up Cameron truck at Howard throwing up the rock. And I was like, what? And they was like, yeah. bro, it was just like, bro, that nigga Hov is not playing. You're not playing with this. I'm a biter shit, bro. He is.
That nigga stabbing niggas in the fucking club and shit.
Oh, that nigga he came into that
He didn't
nigga.
even have to do that. Like he could have paid somebody to do it.
Bro, over bootlegging. Now take for granted, this not just the '90s, bro. That shit was serious. You cannot let that shit. I really understand, bro. We talking about a time, bro, where you got the playback machine to the playback machine, the reel to reel, and you got to run to two different places, one to record your shit and another whole different place to master your shit. Nah, bro. And I'm already platinum. Now I can go hold you. If y'all ever see the Rock Files, Beanie Siegel make fun of that nigga for doing that shit, and it's funny as shit. He was like, bro, I bet you stabbed nothing like this. Oh, you think I won't get you? Cause I'm platinum now? And that's the funniest. Devin Beans is a fool, but it's yeah, but it's just certain people. It's certain cats that I tell people your caution with them is at okay. I understand the type of individual you are and what being you commands. There are other people that it's just like you go, all right, I understand you a fucking savage, and you just and what it is it's not that you just that niggas move when you say move. It's just that niggas don't be trying to deal with that shit. you a lot to deal with, bro.
I think with Hocus's like post, he had a but my nigga moment, like but my nigga. It was kind of like
no, but that's the thing. You don't have that moment with that nigga, bro. Like, bro, I told people this, bro. Y'all don't think I told you. I said y'all don't think it's interesting, bro. Out of all the motherfuckers shook and just banged with, bro. You think it's not a coincidence, bro, that motherfucker do not be trying Snoop, bro. And I told people that, bro. I was like, bro, as much as notorious as Suge Knight is, bro, that motherfucker tried to get himself declared legally blind before that motherfucker even tried Snoop, bro. And Snoop be giving it to that nigga, bro. Everything I never forget. Biatch. Suge Knight is a biatch. I never forget that shit, bro. And we was all like, hey, Snoop, bro. Like, he kind of big. He played pro ball. And that nigga Snoop, that nigga Snoop, like, nigga, so? Bro, listen, hey, bro.
That nigga Snoop probably protected.
Bro, exactly, bro. That nigga Snoop is like, bro, listen, bro. That nigga, bro, y'all done heard stories about that nigga. No, my nigga, I was on trial for murder, nigga. I got a whole song about this shit, bro. I was cripping when that shit was for real, bro. Like, yeah, bro, I'm rolling something. Like, no, bro, and I just get it, bro. I just really get it, bro. It's a reason why niggas don't try Scarface. It's a reason why, like, bro, everybody you ever seen really try Gucci, but another street. You won't never see it. Oh yeah, nigga, fuck Gucci. No, bro, niggas do not be talking that shit to Gucci.
You ain't gonna see that with the baby either.
Hey, bro, shout out to Baby, bro. As far as I'm concerned,
it's the reason niggas don't try Gucci.
Yes,
so
bro.
The reason as nice as Floyd is with them hands, he ain't put them hands on fucking Tip. And Tip be talking crazy. Tip be talking crazy, but Floyd ain't, bro. Floyd know what time it is, bro.
Exactly. Bro. Listen, you got money. You can pay for some shit, bro. Listen, bro. I got a lot of loyalty out here, bro. Listen, bro.
Hey,
not only, bro. Listen, I told people, bro. I was like, bro. Listen, Floyd, what the fuck you thinking, bro? Like, no offense, bro. Listen, it's one thing if Tip get caught on the tax evasion. No, bro. You seen Tip go to jail for one thing, bro. I got straps, bro. I got straps, bro. Matter of fact, bro, when they caught me, bro, I was on my way to work and the straps was falling out my truck, bro.
Literally.
They stopped. Literally. I got to a award show and they was like, Tip not gonna make it. Why not? And then they caught that nigga with a bunch of hammers again, bro. Again, bro. And the sad part, we like, again, bro?
In the middle of a transaction.
Bro, the only thing I remember Tip getting in trouble for that was not gun related was when he tried to leave jail in like that big ass tour bus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they was tripping on him, which I don't understand why, but whatever. But no, bro, y'all.
Sorry, niggas, man.
That nigga Big Country Kane, bro. Listen, I know he not a great rapper, bro, but that nigga, no, bro, that nigga might be king of South Georgia, bro. Okay.
All right, we on a tangent.
Niggas just,
niggas gotta
bro,
learn.
Like, little niggas y'all got to learn, bro. And we trying to get y'all the game because we done did this shit. We been here before y'all. We just trying to like make y'all watch out for the potholes.
We trying to save lives.
Oh yeah, bro, because y'all just don't understand sometimes, bro.
Now, Hocus dramatic reading.
This nigga's name is really Hocus?
Then we can get to Jay
So his rap name is Hocus?
I don't know much about the guy.
Low key, bro, I would have went with my rap name is Hassan Harris. That shit hard.
It go a little something like this. First, I want to start by saying I respect everything you did for the culture, and I respect you as a godfather of hip hop and for these streets, J Prince. Your name has always been A1 in these streets, and I tilt my hat to you for that. But since you said to ignore this as a recipe for disaster, and I was tagged in your post, and I have to tell you that I'm sex, money, murder, my nigga, we don't give it up like this. I don't do this internet shit. My brothers blew trial in the feds because they used our music and social media. I beat trial facing life in prison. I don't know who told you to tag me, but I'm a street nigga for real. Had you hit me up personally through DM by other means privately, I would have made some calls to see what I can do because I respect you as a real OG. And you went to social media and even said my person name who allegedly robbed him. I don't want my name publicly attached to a public robbery. The feds have my picture at the top of a pyramid on a blackboard, my nigga. The Bronx is my hometown, and my hometown has been good to me. You really expect us to just flip on our borough? Niggas get robbed every day, B. I respect your shit, but your approach wasn't right on this, OG. To all this social media shit will bring you down. To all the youth out here, stop recording yourselves doing shit like this. They're using this against us in a court of law. Take it from somebody who been there. I was fortunate to beat trial, but somebody might not get that lucky. Hashtag, I'm from Castle Hill. Hashtag, I'm from Soundview. Hashtag, Hocus 45th. Hashtag, BS Burrow, J Prince Jr. We respect y'all, but this one right.
I mean, do I just gotta like repeat what I just said? I mean, I feel you, bro. Like it's so easy. You know what, man? You know, I'm gonna say some real shit, bro. You know, like one of the true measures of a man is like his ability to control himself, man.
Yes.
When you're faced with adversity and shit that really tips the scales, bro, you have to understand balance and you gotta understand your position. Cause everybody can't talk to everybody, bro. I feel you, bro. Like your ego.
We men. We get it, bro. We
Like,
men.
I
We
really
all
do
men,
feel
bro.
you,
We
But
get
you gotta
it.
understand, bro. It's levels to this shit, and you not on his level, bro. You just not, bro.
Can I
You
say,
just not.
bro? I'm gonna say one thing, bro. What that? Cause this, I'm so tired of niggas saying this, bro. Yo, for real, all y'all out there, bro. Stop using the term "I'm a real street nigga." I'm so tired of hearing that shit, bro. I'm so tired of hearing that shit, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Listen, I know like where I'm from, bro. Bro, it's not a rich, it's not even middle class, bro. And most of my and people, if you don't got a jump shot and you can't run fast, my nigga, you learn how to jump shots and run fast. Why, bro? Because if you can't do one of the two, brother, you got to be smarter than everybody. And that's how I don't got no crazy jump shot. I'm not no crazy athlete, bro. I got a brain on my shoulders and I got two hands and I feel like I'm capable. With that being said, bro, I'm a real street nigga. Bro, listen, bro, look, I'm not Conda from Philly. I'm not Kobe Bryant from Philly, bro. I'm from Philly. I'm not, bro.
Like thunder and lightning or something like that, because I'm about to get into the J Prince response. But first, ASMR break.
This is your ASMR break.
All right. J Prince says, and I quote, "Let me make myself clear. I was never asking any of y'all for help in any capacity. I don't need you, I don't know you, or trust any of y'all to do anything concerning the streets for me. With that being said, I witnessed a clown campaigning, bragging, and snitching on himself. on a public video about robbing industry people in your backyard. So I took it upon myself to alert the ones I have respect for. It is clear to me that went over some of y'all heads. Just for more clarity, I've been having ties in the Bronx and throughout New York for a long time. And now it's gotten even stronger with my youngsters. So don't give any of the people I tag credit for what others earn, because they all strangers to me other than music. To all of you so-called gangster clowns, there's a time and a place for everything. And I'm going to give you what you asked for. To all of you that's trying to narrow down my message to me want a chain, lacks the depth of understanding that real street niggas have. That's why you are all squares. There's a movement taking place by the timid and the weak that wants to change the meaning of strong to weak and the meaning of weak to strong. My track record speaks for itself, so I won't lip wrestle with punks. I notice a lot of young men on the East Coast that like to invite men to suck on their private parts, then call themselves gangsters. But real men don't invite other men to suck their dicks unless they gay. I guess if the man you ask him to suck on it, you'll say, okay, you gonna get naked? Now that you know better, hopefully you punk ass niggas will do better. Or maybe it feels good to be a punk nigga? Question mark. I'm afraid.
So many hidden things in there. I love how Jay Prince just respectfully just like
Elegantly insults
let you
people.
niggas know that y'all dead. Y'all just dead men walking around like basically.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about y'all. Like y'all gotta bro, listen, this is what this is like for y'all. This is like y'all as grasshoppers finding out a lion is upset. And now y'all over there amongst yourselves like, well, the lion should have just kind of came down here and hollered at, but no, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have, bro. What did he say, bro? He tagged the people to whom he only know. He said, I only know y'all's music, bro. I just got respect for y'all. Y'all from where this shit happened. So I tagged y'all, bro. And you knew about that shit.
That's how you knew what time it was.
Mm-hmm. PS2 was the shit, bro. First game I owned, NBA Street. Shit was the shit.
I loved NBA Street.
We all love that. Listen, the first NBA Street is the best one.
Yeah, it really was. I felt thunder.
What was the first? I don't know. I kind of like
The first one was dope, and because they knew the game was that hard, they just gave you Jordan from the beginning. They was, listen, bro, this shit gonna be rough for you without him.
You're gonna need this.
You're gonna need this nigga. Then you found out. Then, bro, you had to play him at the end, bro, and he had two ungodly people on his team. He had Skip to my Lou, and he had Future. I never forget that shit, bro. And I don't mean free band's Future either, bro. Like court legend, like don't come out here playing D, bro. Like don't come out here like King of the Rucker, King of the Rucker.
I like 2 because I remember 2 so distinctly. Like it just, I remember a lot of stuff about 2. 2 was the one with Stretch and Dime and Biggie Little. Like, I remember the In My House joint by Nelly that was on there.
Yeah, I do remember Volume 2.
That was like,
Matter of fact, Dr. J was actually in that one.
Yeah. Street 2 was my personal like.
The first NFL Street was hard.
It was.
Ricky Williams.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you would, bro, because his juke was nasty when that shit. And he can jump out the damn planet. It's missing your ass, bro. I used to get it down with him, and Michael Vick was fucking invincible on that game, bro. When the second one came in, Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb were invincible, bro. You couldn't catch him. He was looking impossible, bro. And then to make it worse, bro, he wouldn't even go nowhere. He would just scramble that shit for like 10 seconds, bro, and wait for T.O. Just wait for T.O., bro. And that shit was going to connect. They never missed that shit, bro. You be back there trying to tackle that nigga, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Word to Young Joe. Spray Pam on my block. It's hard to stick on it.
Let me just point out the fact that I like that we're talking about gaming more on this podcast. Because there was a time we didn't really talk about it.
Yeah, bro. It was. I mean,
I can appreciate the fact that we got the. Yeah, I mean,
we'll never ever be able to live down that we went through like a month where Nicki Minaj somehow dominated our podcast.
She had a whole episode,
bruh. She gave her all.
She gave her all.
She gave her all. Shout out Queen Radio.
And on that note, guys, I guess we could say Wendy Williams and Howard Stern for next week, if y'all would prefer to do that. So I feel like we
Yes, because I want to hear the rant.
Yeah, and I feel like that's gonna be a deeper conversation because there's a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna make sure I get appropriate jokes for Wendy Williams.
Woo, but
Yeah,
damn, Howard, goddamn.
Because Lord on the Street, Howard, is that you wanted all the smoke.
All the smoke. It ain't even that. It's just that it's kind of the same thing with the Jay Prince shit, man. People gotta know who the fuck they talking.
Yeah, bro.
Howard Stern is not a joke.
No,
This
bro,
nigga
that's
been
a
in the
radio
game.
mogul.
Yes, this nigga done been in the game.
Right.
And your favorite personality, that's their favorite personality.
Right.
Like, he's not
If you are on the radio right now, after the 70s, bro, and you get paid to not play music, not be a DJ, if you get on the radio and you able to make a check because you go on there and you talk and you get the interviews and you get the provocative sound takes and the hot takes, bro, you owe a Father's Day card to this motherfucker Howard Stern, bro. Bro, that movie Private Parts is one of the best movies ever made. And don't get me wrong, even though that shit is mad wild, some of that shit that Howard did, bro, you gotta understand, bro, that motherfucker was a pioneer, bro.
Nobody was doing what he was doing,
Bruh.
right? Even to this day.
And not only that, bro, don't clown Howard, bro, because he wrote out for his people, bro. And the sad part about it is, even when they was like, they couldn't see at the time that he was really in their corner, they eventually, like, I always forget his co-host name, the black lady. The one that's been with him since, like, bro, he went through it, bro. When they fired her, bro, he was trying to get her to understand, listen, if I quit, well, I know they fired you. I'm not happy about that shit at all, bro. I won't go over there and set this shit off. But if I quit, they win. And if I quit, I can't get you back. I gotta stay. And I know she ain't like that shit, bro, because nobody want to hear that shit. It's like, no, bro, I rode for you. You gotta come down and start riding for me. And he trying to understand, yo, I am riding for you. But you can't see it now from where you are. And that's some low key, as much as that's some OG shit. That's some OG shit, bro. I often say this, bro. Jewish people and white people should spend more time together. The things each culture knows and has endured would help one another.
Yeah.
It's very true. They can learn a lot from the survival of our culture. We could learn a lot from the preservation of theirs. Cause say what you want, bro. We went through slavery and a lot of stuff, bro. We didn't, in my opinion, that counts as a Holocaust of sorts. But they straight up have learned to thrive, even though people was just literally looking past other people to kill them. I mean, likewise, but still, yeah, bro. Nah, you don't. That's a radio mode, bro. That's a dude, bro, that could go on his show at any day, bro, and say one thing, bro, and the world will change.
Fucking Howard Stern, man.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna dive into that next week.
Hell yeah.
Any closing statements?
Hey, shout out Great Plates LLC, man. Listen, that food was delicious, and thank y'all for that shout out and all the follow backs and everything like that. Also, shout out Queen's Kitchen, because I fucks with you too, Queen. You over there cooking the place, getting this right. Other than that, man, follow Rudeboi. Outchea clone. I'm your man, Solid Gold Judo. Shout out IMLQ. Your boy Myles. They ain't with us this week, but we held it down. We held it down with the tree, with the three.
You know what I mean?
Yep. The yop. Also, we do have something to go out on. We got we like to play around with some things, but we got a mix for y'all. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna ride out on that. Episode 51. See how I covered that up.
You know what I realized? Like, we had to stop trying to figure out special stuff to do for our episodes in the 10s, because we never really do anything special. I'm gonna just wait till 100. Like when 60 come, it's just gonna be 60.
Nice.
Yeah, I just figured why.
Nah, bro, but that's gonna be what? That's the Social Security episode. We could spend then our episodes, our podcast could start claiming Social Security when it turns 60. Exactly. We're trying to get them checks.
Hopefully, we have a sponsorship by episode 60.
Exactly, bro. So hit Polar Pop Great Plates. Please, you should let us know, bro, because you know, we'll eat your food and pub you if you just Fuck if he does.
saying,
He just want some grub.
We can have some great plates right now.
I'm about to say hot honey lemon pepper shrimp chips. Fire. Fire. Okay. And shout out Queen too, because you be having fiends, you be turning people into fiends with that page.
I gotta look into Queen's good joint.
Yeah, shout out Queen KWEEN, bruh. Don't spell my dog shit wrong. Queens, get you something else, get you some crazy shit.
I don't know what pop up like Queens.
Bro, listen, bro. That would be my word. That would be my worst nightmare, bro. You spell it the right way, you get like a meth chef or some shit. Something crazy. Yeah. All right, bro. Let's get this mixed in because all of us. Well, listen, this is also our first time here, so we've been dying to hear this. So go ahead.
I can't believe y'all didn't know that. I know. But anyways,
I do that once a day.
We're gonna go ahead and get into something special. This ain't like no new shit, but like this is just stuff I was working on over the years. Kind of just like bring into like the stuff that I got coming up. But this is just like something. So you know, like we're gonna get into the
Listen, bro, this might shock you. I never shut the fuck up, but I can't rap for shit.
Yeah. Not in the mood to shoot the shit with people who never gave a shit. If I was you, I'd go ahead and say the shit. Mark my words like a plagiarist. So let me cook until I sprain my wrist. And when I do, don't remind me of it. Cause time heals all wounds and fractures. Besides, you never know what it takes to get to this motherfucking point in time. Just trying to get wise or whatever line. Put the snapbacks down, but I'm fine. Cause I know how to live life with a mother freaking spine. Strange how we'll put a spin on things. So people complain that I ain't doing anything. Then you try to put your shoes on and come and do it. Get into it. Feel free to catch up with me by any means. I wonder how much of this stuff can I change with $2? Thought of so many ways and so many days, and it's just too proper. Everybody yelling, if you ain't got money, then don't bother. But when that 2 turn into 200, best believe they gon' call you. 2 whole lines on my account, and I still ain't changed my number. People trying to make plans like they ain't dodged me last summer. When I hopped up in that Dodge, already saw it coming. Ain't no U-turns on the interstate, so for you ain't running. Yeah, you should've learned the lesson when you missed out on your blessing. You should've known I was a secret weapon when you saw me the first second. I guess now you can get this step in and hope your brute can't do magic. But for real, said we could've been a classic. Waited till the 4th quarter to lose your passion. Sadness made me gain a couple pounds, but that weight ain't based on madness. And I ain't your average Joe, so don't play me like a rookie, better come automatic. Never needed karaoke just to prove I was a savage. If I take too long to get there, we'll just blame it on that lagging. All that nagging ain't necessary, just stick to the action. All I'm asking, we just tryna live each day like it's our last one. They gon' talk down all the time, but they just tongue resting. You already put them words in place, it's too late for retracting. Wonder how much of this stuff can I change with $2? Thought of so many ways and so many days, and it's just too proper. Everybody yelling, if you ain't got money, don't bother. But when 2 turn into 200, best believe they gon' call you. Wonder how much of this stuff can I change with $2? Thought of so many ways and so many days, and it's just too proper. All these ideas in my head got me screaming, oh yeah. Don't worry about them, cause them boys, they been rookies on.
We gon' get it right, because you know that we gon' move forward and never backwards.
She said happy people winning and I need parts, cause everything been going sour like a sweet tart. People keep telling me that I need a sweetheart, but it's pretty hard with all of these overused thoughts. I seen real bad things happen to good people, all these miserable afternoons and sad evenings. I got past it all once I did some spring cleaning, cause if I didn't, then I wouldn't get a summer a beating. Needed some time to sleep to soften it would all be even. The more awesome the times, the more awesome the season. Now I just wanna give insight to the people that need it, cause boy, I wish somebody help me out with all this G's Louise. I really needed that prayer, cause every time I turn around and jig, it always go well. I wish I had somebody to talk to when all my problems lay out, but if I had to guess at this point, I would probably say straight up that happy people winning, seen it from the beginning. Took a while for me to get it, too many good times not to relive them. She said happy people winning and I need parts, cause everything been going sour like a sweet tart. People keep telling me that I need a sweetheart, but it's pretty hard with all these overused thoughts.
said happy people winning, I just want a piece. Cause right now I don't feel like I'm where I wanna be. I still don't know why everybody wants so much from me. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm feeling like a 3. I'm supposed to be handling situations like a G, but I gotta be careful cause of the ones that watch you see. My history teacher goes by the name of Roger Peace, and all this pressure makes me wanna get up and see Roger Peace. But I'm about to strip this game back to the bare minimum. Cause with the wishes going, I'm starting to question all of my friends in them. Cause some of them don't come through with 150 after you come through with 10 of them. Just let that sink in. Pretty hard to be optimistic dealing with opposition. Tell them find some business instead of just forming an opinion. I don't need waves, bitch, I am the wave. Sit back and listen, maybe you'll see one day why I'm dripping on not being a contradiction. Because happy people winning, seen it from the beginning. Took some time for me to get it. Too many good times not to relive them. She said happy people winning, I just want a piece. Cause right now I don't feel like I'm where I wanna be. I still don't know why everybody wants so much from me. But if you think you won't be, then you must be off the freaking tree. Never too late for a heart to heart when it's almost dark. Always trying to develop the silent thoughts with the car in park. Cause back then all I had to do was just park and walk. But when it's just you that's marinating, that air is always hard. And it's crazy how we overthink things that are simple. Every time you think about it, it's stuck in your mental. Doing what's in my best interest, not to go temperamental. But it's pretty hard sometimes when everything feel empty. And that wasn't me back then. It was easier cause Anthony was making beats back then. Used to burn mix CDs with the heat back then. And they used to keep me with the fam in the streets back then. But that was way back when. Used to miss all those memories. And I could think about them on and on for centuries. But it's like every time I think falling back is a remedy. It's always that one situation where somebody sends for me. I really hope I'm not cranky in my late 20s or 30s. Being around people that age around and starts to surface. Childhood memories act like they never seen or heard them. But I guess that's why growing up's always encouraged. But I won't play Peter Pan, just trying to be a decent man. Was thinking about shipping in, trying to beat the fam. Wanna think what I do is imagery, but I don't see it, man. If I get nothing for Christmas, they should leave me to give a gab. Ask me what a girlfriend, not a baby yet. Well, I guess that leaves room for an incoming baby rap. Seeing some bad parental situations, and it can't be me. Just wanna be in a place where I can treat it like Groot and make sure the baby never leaves, even if I am the only guardian of the galaxy. But right now, it's in the time period where I feel like anything bad said about me is for a blasphemy. I'd rather develop terrible habits than discover something I love and be terrible at it. Sometimes life can come at you fast and let you have it. By it I mean lemons, my rap name should be Sour Passion. Remember back then when they said I couldn't do it, but I then got to it. And then they started saying I was overreacting back when I was trying to keep at this rapping. Being persistent and consistent was everything I had in my mind. I was trying to go off all the time, but people thought that I was mad and angry, but I wasn't. I was just trying to get something off my chest because everything I wanted to do, I wanted to be the best. But people didn't see that. They just saw me being a little passive aggressive and too overachieving. They still say that to this day, but I don't see it. Even on my down days, I'm just focusing on succeeding. Back then when you reached out, it was something to do. Now every time you reach out, it's really nothing new. Comments looking funny and the light evidently seeing your situations look like you living better than me. But how can I act like this is not familiar when La Familia is grilling me about how I deal with criticism towards me? But then again, nobody likes you when you're 23. And by the time I reached 24, I still had a receipt. So if I hold up a wall, they gon' try calling it PTSD. But if shit hits the fan, then that post will turn to pre. But proud aside of making scenes and shatter ceilings, using bars as a mean to break dreams and kill feelings. Sometimes I wanna go back to the old me when I was chilling, but I see it as a mission to make chaos in the buildings and the socials and the functions in the schools where we kicked it around G's who always scream cheese is the mission. But I'ma keep doing this till I get B's and not bitches. But I want good grades before I birth no more than 3 children. But since birth I've been trying to get better at choosing the art to paint, to display on the canvas for the bigger picture.
We're not done yet.
That thing you always do whenever your friend tells you they do something creative. And as much as we all probably probably more so than not, because I'm not as creative probably as I would consider as my friends are. But one of the things I think is that when people want to show you art, you want to be able to accept it and see it for the beauty that it is because you understand it's a piece of that person. But at the same time, you don't want to also, I try not to be unrealistic in my responses. If I'd have got up here and been like, oh, bro, that shit is great. And you'd have been like, bro, you don't feel that way. Stop. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. No, I don't need gas. I don't need gas. It's several stations around here. But one, your sound is more what like I'm used to. It's is rapping. You're rapping. And I think I expected, because we all tend to listen in and out of the current to the former generation. I think I expected something that was more aligned to what newer cats were doing. And the moment you got on there and started rapping, I was just like, okay, this is not going to be. Let me go ahead and abandon any preconceived notion I had of this. And I think it's dope. I can't wait. I definitely want to hear this shit again, like in my own headphones. You got a lot to say too.
Yeah, that shit reminds me of somebody I heard before, man. I can't put my finger on it. I like it though, man. Just like I said, I didn't have any like I didn't have any like expectations. Like I don't know what I expected, but I like it, man. I don't know. It just sounds so much different than
current.
Yeah, and that's just refreshing.
Because when I tell you, when you got on, I was not expecting you to do that.
Nah, you have a good.
You got a good voice.
You have what a lot of rappers lack. You know what beats you sound good on. You know what you sound good on. Because the beats was working with what you were saying, and you like your tone and like your cadence and shit.
Yeah. Plus, I think because I'm so used to hearing you talk, I think it's easy to overlook how deep your voice is. And I think because we all I think I project the loudest out of probably anybody. But a lot of my friends, like low-key, both of y'all voices are actually pretty deep. And I would consider both of them deeper than mine. And mine's is pretty just like kind of baritone. But both of y'all have a deep. Yours is kind of interesting when you rap because it's got a smoothness to it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I can't wait till y'all hear the new stuff though. That was just like some of the stuff that I worked on like over the past couple of years, maybe.
How long you been rapping?
For a while.
Really?
Yeah, I always recording was always a hobby for me. Like that's another thing that I like to do, like in my personal time. I like to put projects and concepts together and just like create. The only reason it never really went up like that was because of the technology and the software that I was working with. It was just never really something that could be like presented to a big capacity like that. Like I'm just not starting to like get everything like better. Even with this mic, like I have a when I made these songs, I didn't have a pop filter, but now that I have a pop filter, I feel like I can definitely work on like as far as the vocals go and that kind of thing, because like before that it was like even one of the songs that I played on there was like that little microphone with like the that came with the iPhone I was recording on that, and I was plugging that into my phone and like making voice memos and putting it through Audacity and then just like condensing it and making it sound like
full and nice.
Yeah, but nobody would know that with like how much better.
Bro, listen, you probably that's what a lot of mixing and mastering is though, which is okay. I got a bunch of sounds here. I got to get this shit all to work together and sound well together. I got to know when to let this be loud and when to let this kind of fade into the background so that I don't overwhelm a voice or something like that. And so, sound engineering is crazy. Shout out DJ Quick.
And when you're doing everything yourself, it's like, there's definitely been some times where I just sat and had to play like certain things back like 20 times. Like that's how crazy it gets. Like me, I haven't like completed a project in like probably be about 2 years since the last one I actually like finished, but it's definitely one of them ones where
you just sitting on mixtapes.
Yeah, it's definitely. I definitely
on some Logic shit, bro. I got 10 more albums. Go. I believe you too, Logic. I believe you, bro. You old rapping ass motherfucker, bro.
And he got 2 different avenues too, so that's like highly believable. That's like Bobby Tarantino.
He probably got like 9 Bobby Valentinos already written.
But yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it.
But yeah, definitely.
Damn, episode 51, that was hard.
Right, we 2 hours in.
We are?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see after you edit.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see.
'Cause I definitely feel like it's some tangents
Yeah,
went
we
on.
got some fat to cut. Low key, I actually probably need to have you come over and do the editing with you, so I can learn to do that shit.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of these podcasts. I'm gonna just like edit here and then like just let you like watch the process. Yeah, but
Low key, if I could be I think I low key want to learn how to be a sound engineer in my spare time. I'm not interested in really making beats. I like to hear other people's music. I think I'm more of a consumer than anything. But I would love to be instrumental in the process, probably in the final stages.
yeah, I would love to have my own engineer. Like that's one of them things. But I don't know. I heard my voice in an actual studio and it just sounds different. But like I feel like it's definitely something that's I'm gonna have to like open up to.
Can I ask y'all something? Is the voice y'all thinking and the voice y'all talking two different voices? Because mine's definitely is. I realize I don't know what my voice sounds like, even though I never shut the fuck up.
Even when you play back an episode of the podcast.
Really?
That's wild.
Dude, that's crazy. You don't got an annoying voice at all.
I hate my voice, man.
I ain't never heard DJ go up a decibel.
I want to say this about Deej, bro. If I make Deej laugh about something, bro, that's the highest his voice get. If I make that laugh, bro, that's what I know. That's how I know that shit really funny, bro.
Yeah, like when you like when it's just like a
Oh,
short
bro,
type of laugh, it's more
bro,
like a
listen.
Kawhi Leonard laugh.
When I told no, it ain't like that. He ain't got a strange laugh, bro. He don't laugh like yeah, bro. He don't laugh like it hurt.
What the hell?
That nigga joygasmed on TV and shit.
Yeah, it was that one laugh. He was like, oh.
But nah, bro. I told that DJ about no HR in the car earlier, bro.
That shit was fun. That shit was. I'm telling you, man, wrong with that shit, man.
I am, bro. Then somebody have to talk to you about something.
Oh.
Now this is gonna take video though.
Anyways, y'all, I think it's about that time. We're gonna go and get the freak up out of here. Episode 51, your host, the Outchea Club.
Oh shit, we punched back in.
We been punched in.
My bad, y'all.
My bad too.
I've been casual as fuck on this mic.
Hey, them be the best moments though.
True.
Really think
you get us once an episode, bro, through a stretch of time that we don't know we being recorded, but you get some gold out of it for some reason.
That's usually where the gold comes from. It's gonna be like it'll be some stuff we'll say when we get done recording. It's just like,
oh, bro, listen, that's what made the Great Plates thing so crazy with me, bro, because I realized the snippet we put out is not the snippet that's on their page. So the snippet that's on our page of our preview to episode 50.
oh yeah.
And the one that's on their timeline, they actually went and listened. They had to have gone and listened to the podcast to find that part. Because you didn't put up me shouting them out as our promo for it.
Oh no. Nah, actually, what I did was I screen recorded that. I set that up.
That was crafty.
I set that up. Listen, I'm trying to get the sponsorships.
We are trying to get some sponsorships, bro. We just come on, y'all. We just don't want to be broke. We're not asking to make us wealthy, but
Just give us a little
let us get like a couple bags. Let us get like a good 60 bags, each of us. Not 60 racks. 60 individual bags. They could be like 100 racks a piece. What? I think I'm not asking them now. I could have said, give me an M in each one of them bags.
Also, we need to find like a clothing like brand to sponsor us too. Listen, we can get some threads.
Low key.
Free threads.
Heck yeah. We gotta go black owned though.
We got to.
We got to.
That was another thing I was thinking about. Threads. Definitely gotta. We definitely gotta get our thread game.
Who could we give the honor of clothing us? Damn it, my brain is screaming Gucci. Shut up. Shut up, bro.
That is a...
Shut up, Rain. Tip's not coming after me. Crooks and Castles. Wait, no. They shit might be ugly now. This shit was hard. They shit used to be hard as fuck.
I do remember Crooks and Castles.
I still got some fire Cooks and Castles shit.
Or we can get...
Man, Echo, man.
Low key, bro.
Get the Echo sponsorship.
We gonna go,
Echo
bro. Listen, I'm
sponsorship.
getting every great clothing brand from the late '90s, early 2000s. Echo, Pelly,
Fubu.
Averex jackets.
Ooh.
Avery. Ooh.
Averex jackets was
First
the
nigga
shit.
I knew was some Averex, bro. That shit was fire.
Yeah, bro. Them jackets was hard as fuck. I don't care what nobody say. The Averex leather joint, the one with the big Native American chief on the back. As much as I realized now that shit was not a good idea. That shit was hard as fuck.
Bro, I might have to go on like Amazon or something so I can give me. Man, hold up.
Gotta cop the vintage.
The vintage Averex.
Forgot about that.
Interesting times. But yeah, man. At some point, I'm gonna start recording. I just feel like with the way my luck's set up, the minute I stop recording is when good shit just starts happening. So like, expect us to say good shit when we stop recording. But as of right now, you know, it's kind of quiet. But yeah, I mean, just throw it up.
ASMR. Oh, my bad, bro. ASMR, bro. That's the sound of rubbing two coins together. Two schmeckles. Episode 51, y'all.
We out. Peace.
Our listeners probably hate us for ASMR. Right? Our listeners probably.
I still do not.
I feel like right in the middle of this shit right there, we be like, oh yeah, bro, they be all with us, and all of a sudden we do that shit. They go, these motherfuckers, man, why are they doing this shit? Why are they doing this annoying shit in my ear? Because you know it's something with headphones on, going, what the fuck, bro? Bro, that nigga Myles then came over here, bro, and just like in the microphone before, bro. And I know, bro, if I was in real life, bro, and he was that close enough in my ear, bro, to do that shit, bro, I'd kill him.
Hell no.
I'd just instantly fucking kill him.
Hey, who's that? The basketball player, Lance Stevenson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that with the Bron shit? No. Let me say something, bro. That was why Bron trashed his team for 40 fucking points that night. Because I told people, bro, this is what's gonna happen, bro. It would happen every year when the Heat and the Pacers will play in the playoffs, bro. The Heat and the Pacers play in the playoffs. This shit is going to game 6 or 7. We all get it. Now, here's the scenario. Game 1, the Heat go in there as the Heat, right? But barely win. And then for that reason, everybody goes, oh man, the Pacers could da-da-da-da. And then the Pacers usually win the next 2 games. Here's what happens. In one of those games, they will completely destroy the Heat by like 20, 25 points. It would happen every single year. Then we see first second night today, and Stephen A. go ahead and put all the pressure on LeBron. LeBron has got to show up tonight. There's no question about it. It's do or die. It's time to show up. You're the king. You're the best player in basketball. He gotta do his thing. So now LeBron show up with some new incredible shit on, and that's flying shit somehow, a black mask, some shit, bro, and fucking dismantled a team for fucking 3 straight games, bro. And that shit was ugly. Bro, I used to watch how mad Danny Granger used to get at him, bro. Bro, and certain people in the league, bro, that throughout Bron's career, bro, I just watched them loathe that nigga, bro. And Danny Granger is one of them niggas, bro. Every time, bro, I never get one time, bro. He fouled LeBron, bro. The ref calls about it. He get mad as fucking the ref calls about it, bro. And he tried to walk down Bron on that shit, bro. Listen, as much as I hate to say it, bro, the Bulls series, every year we would watch them play the Bulls and be like, all right, bro, the Bulls got it this year, bro. They got it this year. And then unfortunately, a Derrick Rose injury, or unfortunately, a potent Heat team would always be the downfall, bro, because they not going to meet in the second round. They're going to meet for the conference finals.
Mm-hmm. Fucking LeBron. Fucking Derrick Rose.
Listen, bro. Look. How do you think I feel, bro? Listen, outside of these most recent years, the last time the Sixers made it to the second round of the playoffs was because of a Derrick Rose injury. He went, bro. I felt bad for them, bro, because that year, bro. No matter what they did, bro, it was just, bro, everything that could go wrong went wrong, bro. Derrick Rose goes down like game 1, I think, or 2.
Did he like just come back after that?
What happened was
his first time.
he runs down where he did some shit he didn't have to do.
He didn't even have to be in the game.
Like he wasn't even.
We were going to win the game, and he was still in the game. It was like a couple seconds left, like a minute or 2 left.
He fucked his shit up.
And then it's like, bro, first of all, you don't even need to be in the game. Second of all,
why
we
you
don't
going
even
hard?
need to score on this possession. We can literally just like run out the clock, or you can just throw up a 3 or something.
Y'all up. Like it's enough. It's so little time left that as long as there's a series of unfortunate events, as long as a lemony snicket don't happen, that all the Bulls got to do is just run time. Even if we went down and made every shot on possession, we wouldn't have caught them. This one would go in there, not just going hard, bro, going on 1,000, bro. And basically, when he went super saiyan and that nigga over supered. And he hurt himself, bro. And I know that shit was probably fucking with his head, bro. The fact that he was getting hurt like that, coming back and then just getting hurt like that. That's why we all happy. That's why everybody happy for him this year, bro. They just understand that struggle was real.
Yeah, man. Damn, I'm so mad at that shit. I'm telling you, man, LeBron had one less championship if Rose didn't get hurt. At least. Damn, man. That might be the player who had like the greatest potential that we never really saw. Like he got hurt early to really see what he was capable of, man. Because that was his second year.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that the MVP year?
Yes. Youngest MVP still. Man,
I fought for it, bro. The Bulls were that team that no matter who you were, they had a style. Y'all got a style of playing basketball, or whatever they had, because current team, yeah,
we gonna be alright.
Y'all are, bro. Y'all got Zach LaVine, and low key, bro, he balling his ass. Let me tell you what this, bro. He ain't got nothing to lose. Nope. He balling like either he want this check from y'all or from somebody, bro.
I mean, we gave it to him. Shit, I still think we probably gave him a little bit too much, but he working for it.
Yeah. Sidebar. Young and May about to pull up on Kodak Black. I don't know why that's funny. So this is what happened. Alright, so Nikki posted a picture, somebody posted a picture of I think it was Nikki. She posted a picture with Young and May. Oh, it was her and Young and May in a picture. And Kodak commented, "Both of y'all will get it."
Whoa, Kodak. Whoa, way to shoot your shot now.
Both of y'all will get it. And then Kodak came out with a song, and she was like, Kodak came out with a song called Pimpin' and Ease. I haven't heard the song, but like I saw the lyrics. But he was just talking about like studs and things like that. And then he was just like,
this nigga Polaroid Black.
Yeah, it was just like, but he reserved the lewdest of his remarks for Young and May, whom he insisted might get it with the Thule hanging from her belt.
Beyond the fact that Young and May is not a pretty girl to me. She a handsome dude, I guess.
Said, I don't see the confusion. I'm fucking Young and May, as long as she got a coochie.
All right. All right, my nigga. That's what you want to do.
Listen, my nigga. Clearly, you're clear-headed about it, but it's going to be very confusing for other involved parties.
Driving the wrong boat there.
Not only that, bro, but I seen Young and May check on some shit that's on. That shit bad.
Yeah. She responded via video too.
Oh my god.
Hey, y'all keep talking about this Kodak situation, bro. Y'all, it's weird, bro. Y'all be wanting to, y'all just like, and it be on that shit. What's wrong with y'all? Is alright? Come on, bro. Like, come on, yo. Obviously, weird, bro. Obviously, he on some, bro. Come on, weird.
Motherfuckers will never call you weird for anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. That nigga is weird for this shit, but this is like, I just don't like, bro. What nigga? No, what?
Yeah, put younger male on your wish list is nuts.
Like, I feel like she saw that shit and was probably going, don't get me wrong. You ever had anything like try to like say some like real kind of left shit to you and you.
Yeah, it's like you're almost in an alternate universe or something. Oh, also, Romeo and Bow Wow are beefing again.
Stop, I'm done. All right, yeah, y'all.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, bro, it's been good. It's been real. It's been real, bro. Yeah, bro.
This time it's over Angela Simmons.
Like, bro, let me tell you what it is, bro. These niggas and niggas who rap, bro, did not spend enough time getting insulted in schoolyards, bro. Because there's certain niggas that would say something to me, bro, and my reaction to roast them so viciously, bro. It was first of all, my nigga. Let's talk about several things here. Let's talk about the ugly ass sneakers your dad made. Let's talk about the fact that, my nigga, did you really? Last time, I mean, you was going to USC. You was supposed to be hoping, my nigga. And what happened, my nigga? The P and Miller must stand for pine, my nigga, because that's what you kept on, my nigga. That's exactly what you kept on. Number 3, my nigga, are you really out here talking shit to me while you do college tour commercials, my nigga? You know there's no difference between you and that dude that come on at 1 a.m. going, what are you doing? Sitting on your couch? Yeah, you that
bro.
nigga,
1 a.m.
Except you just rapping it.
You that, and then to make it worse, bro, you let them put your rap at the end, bro, so you look like a guest feature in a commercial you in. That's you, nigga. That's you. Okay? Last but not least, my nigga, how are the hits coming? you let me know how that goes, bro. Word on the street is you back in the booth.
Hell no.
Well, in good news, Ray J's company Raycon hit 10 million in sales in just 12 months. Shout out to them Scooty bikes.
The what?
The Scooty bikes.
What the fuck is
Got some
Scooty?
scooters.
Yeah, Ray J
Like,
got scooters.
They're just scooters? Like Vespas?
Yeah. See if I can pull this up.
The shit handicapped people use?
That's a Scooty bike.
So, let me make sure I understand this. Ray J built and engineered a bicycle and sold it.
Ray J been out there securing the bag.
No, bro. Shut up. Shut up, bro. No, you didn't, bro. Bro. D-Money did not engineer a bicycle, bro.
What you mean, bro? It's a Harvard graduate, bro.
He had one wish.
Are you dead serious? You're not telling, bro.
Hell no, that nigga ain't going to no fucking Harvard.
Exactly.
He went to Harvard before Lil Pump.
Hey,
Little fucking
what you mean, man?
bro. Ray. This should be me mad. Bro, listen, because when we tell you what it is, bro, I'm not walking into like an R&D room and seeing Ray J just vigorously at the whiteboard with the, I gotta get measurements right. Shit. No,
Hey,
it
man,
wasn't
you
happening.
never know, man.
No, bro, yes we do, bro. Don't do that.
You never know, man.
No, bro. Listen, the nigga who got on the radio, bro, and tried to tell, who was upset with Fabulous because that nigga clowned me, bro, and said the worst thing you could ever say in your career. Hey, nigga, I know niggas that know niggas, and they poke niggas and they booty. Skirt. What? I'd have muted him in the hair, bro. Hey, bro, what you just said? What you just said? You know what kind of nigga? don't give a fuck what kind of nigga you know, bro. Don't you ever say that shit. You ever say that shit, my nigga. Nigga, I know niggas. They just gonna shoot your dumb ass, bro. I got 10 Rolls Royces parked out front right there. Like, bro, I asked, like, wait, outside the radio station? Like, right here? Hold on, bro. Y'all went out, y'all heard, what the fuck is Coop doing? What the fuck is that? What the bombs going on? Hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't know if that one was yours, but I went outside and I fucked up the first Rolls Royce I saw, bro.
Straight up.
Hey, man, had the best reaction. That nigga, he was like, nigga, that wasn't D-Money, nigga. He was like, nigga, that wasn't Mo to the E to the, bro. That nigga Fabulous is hilarious, bro.
He is, man.
It was like, that nigga was, he was like, first of all, bro, I heard what kind of people he said he knows, and nobody's doing that over here, bro. Nobody's gonna be doing that over here, bro. So, yeah, evidently, he told Clue, you the only nigga that can fix this, Clue. So Clue went,
what, my nigga? Me?
The fan was like, hey, yeah, Clue, evidently, you the only nigga that can fix this shit, bro. You Coop saving.
Coop saving.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Also, bro, I finally watched the R. Kelly joint, bro, without like not as clips. I just watched it. Bro, that's a part of this shit, bro. Where Gail clearly asked that nigga, bro. It's the one time she get annoyed the whole interview, bro. And she asked that nigga, she go, have you or are you having sex with girls with women under the age of 17? And so he looked dead back at her and goes,
I love all women.
And she goes, you know that's not what I said. It's the funniest part to me.
I love all women.
Because listen,
all women.
I'm an older man that love all.
Listen, when he say that shit, bro, you can see in her face so bad she would be like, nigga. Nigga, that is not what the fuck I asked you, and that is not what the fuck
You gotta dance around this shit. You know how the fuck you is.
Do not play with me, bro. Do not play with me, Aura. Robert. The way she said that nigga. Robert. And then he losing his mind.
I got 30 for
Y'all killing me.
Robert.
Calm that shit down, Robert.
Yo, the funniest part of that interview was when he was talking about hog time. He was like, when he was like, somebody sent something to my phone. He said a hog time. What about a hog time, nobody? What a hog time? Oh my god.
Oh man.
Because he was always just like, bro, this nigga.
That nigga's going to jail, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you, rightfully so, bro. Let's just like, bro, come on. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Listen, if you really are innocent through all of this, bro, and motherfuckers just publicly butchered you like this, hey, bro, you deserve the comeback of comebacks.
True.
However, here's the thing we know. We know that Aaliyah shit happened. And
We saw the other video you peeing on that girl.
we definitely saw you peeing, and why you didn't take that time right then and there to go, hey, bro, that's not me. That's Avant. I don't know why you didn't do that, because that's exactly what I've been doing. Because at the time, y'all niggas looked exactly alike and sounded almost exactly alike. However, then to make it worse, bro, after you beat the case, you don't even go, oh, bro, let me get rid of all this future incriminating shit. No, instead, what you do, you go ahead and build a library to the fucking underage dumb shit you've been doing, bro. So then when the police raid, bro, that's like you being a dope dealer, bro. And instead of like keeping your dope someplace safe and secluded where you ain't gotta worry about that shit in case motherfuckers rage that shit. No, honey, what you do is can make a whole room that's just dedicated to the dope. This shit there, bro, all unwrapped in one big ass mountain, bro. We can still see where you was in there making coke angels and shit, bro. Like.
Oh well.
Just like, bro, he just, I just feel like he one of the meanings, bro. You riding down the street with R. Kelly, the police pull you over, he get out the car, bro. Let off 6 shots straight in the air, bro. Take the dope out the trunk and just throw it at their windshield. Why the fucking windshield?
It ain't mine.
And then their dumb ass later on, when they ask you, like, well, do you know drug dealers? I'm a man who knows men who sell drugs. Man, that's exactly what I asked you. What the, no, if you don't give me a yes or no, I ain't gonna smack the shit out you. I know, like, that's how Kale was talking to him. She was, when he said that shit, like, oh, I love all women, she was like, bro, that is not what I said, nigga. I'm gonna smack the shit out you in here, bro.
You know what I asked you.
You know exactly what I asked you. You know what you did, nigga.
Oh man.
Nigga, this fucking cold air is killing my fucking ear.
By the way, we have made it to 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Really? Is this the longest now?
But not after I edited, but
Well, this is the longest raw record. No, it's not. We've had one longer than
I think the one before my birthday was the longest.
True.
Because we waited that out.
that, and probably that night with the fucking chaos.
Oh my